Following the introduction of comprehensive schools across Lagos State to provide a suitable career path for students based on their intelligence, intellectual, and skills competence, the state government has begun the training of teachers to ensure the success of the new fit-for-purpose and skill-based school model. The teachers were taught how to engage their students to take advantage of their own skills.
For us to achieve the aim of the comprehensive school program, teachers who will be made coaches in this program must be trained. And like you know, Finland has the best educational system in the world. So we invited some of these facilitators from Finland to come and teach, to come and have this beautiful program with our teachers to tell them that they can do it. And that what they've been doing is not as if it's wrong, but there are better ways that it can be done to achieve more results.
Emphasis was laid on how to be an ideal coach and teacher.
This group of teachers will leave this training ground today becoming more aware of what it takes to become an ideal coach. A coach that is different from just the ordinary coach. A coach that is a lifesaver. A coach that will be able to move these children from where they are now, telling the children that you can do it. You can achieve that which you have desired to achieve, which is learning a skill.
The training, which was interactive in nature, was described by the facilitators from Finland as successful.
Well, I think the comprehensive school program is a very important, overall road seeker. So that shows the pathway of the future of the Lagos State education, that gives then a general guidelines that can be then followed and implemented further on. The training has been so far an excellent. It has been a while when I have been training this big group, and I have to say I really enjoyed. The group has been very interactive so far. We have a lot of different dialogue, which is the best thing in the training, definitely. And only afraid that I have is that we are running out of the time because it has been so successful so far.
The whole idea in team learning model is that you get feedback from your peers, you get pressure from your peers, and the learning it's kind of deep and authentic compared to the traditional model where there's a teacher in front inventing some simulation. That's not very motivating for today's people. Today's young people want to be learning in an active way, not in a passive way. What we are doing is making young people take responsibility on their own learning, and that is key. When they are responsible, then it actually matters, and then it actually motivates the students.
Participants share some of the lessons learned at the capacity building.
The most interesting thing for me has been the ability to be able to brainstorm with other coaches, because it has really brought out so many ideas, and we've been able to share these ideas together, and then we've learned a lot from each other. So one of the major things I've learned is that there are actually many skills that one is supposed to possess as a coach and as a teacher. Like you have to be resourceful, you have to have emotional intelligence, and a whole lot of things.
We have been able to understand how an ideal coach and an ideal teacher should function. And most especially one of the key characteristics is that an ideal teacher and an ideal coach should be able to see potential in a child and develop this potential and maximize this potential towards seeing results.
Teaching has gone beyond just one person coming to talk. Now we are beginning to understand that it has a lot to do with critical thinking, collaboration, teamwork, creativity, flexibility. And we understand now that the teacher is not the island of knowledge. The teacher is also a learner.
The key things we are taking away from today's program is one, emotional intelligence. You know, when you have a class that is made up of different kinds of students with different behaviors, so you have to have that emotional intelligence. Without that, you will not be able to handle them. Two, you have to have that leadership quality and the ability to identify the inner talent in the students so that it can group them based on that.
With this training, these teachers are expected to be ideal coaches that will look beyond just teaching their students, but also help them to nurture their skills.
The training that we are giving today is another thing entirely, because it's pure interactive section, and there's a shift from teacher-oriented study now to student-oriented. Most of the things that we did here is the students. They are by themselves. They see the abilities they have, their capabilities, what they can do. Even without teachers presenting them, we set a baseline, and the headline was fantastic.
The program has been a good program to me. Like, it have had an impact in my life. Since I've joined comprehensive school, everything about my life changed. Normally, the way I talk, the way I do address people. Normally, I don't know how to speak correct English. But since the day I joined comprehensive, then give me hope. Even when I feel that I'm hopeless, everything about comprehensive, everything I learned there had more impact in my life.
I want to say a very big thank you to the state government for choosing me as one of the students of the comprehensive school. And for the behalf of the rest of the students, we are very thankful and we always be grateful.
The comprehensive school system employs a two-model approach of general, academic, and vocational education.